Good morning, you're watching EAC News Special Live on Tuesday, June 20, 2023. I'm Anthony Ellis. On the morning of Tuesday, June 2023, Prime Minister Hun Sen led a commemorative event at the Ministry of National Defence to celebrate the 46th anniversary of the Day of Remembrance of the road to overthrow the Pol Pot genocide regime, June 20th, 1977. This significant occasion serves a reminder of the struggle for the national liberation undertaken by the Prime Minister Hun Sen and his comrades, aimed at liberating Cambodia as its people and brutal rule of Pol Pot genocide regime. On June 20, 1977, at the age of 25, Comrade Hun Sen, accompanied by 4 loyal fighters, made the courageous decision to leave his homeland under extremely challenging circumstances. Despite leaving behind his wife and children, they risked their lives across to the border overnight, seeking support from Vietnam to aid the liberation of Cambodia from the grip of Pol Pot genocide regime. With unwavering determination, this struggle led to the ultimate liberation of Cambodia and its people from the obsessive rule of Pol Pot on January 7, 1979. It marked the end of the nation's division and ushering of the new era of the national unity and development, as evident the progress Cambodia has achieved to this day. In order to honour the invaluable historical legacy from the nation and its people, as well as to showcase the heroism of the Khmer people in their fight for freedom, Prime Minister Hun Sen, along with his surviving comrades, embarked on a journey to visit significant locations in 2017 during the 40th anniversary of their liberation struggle. Since then, the Ministry of National Defence has been entrusted with organising this annual event. Furthermore, there are plans underway to construct buildings at this historic site, preserving it as a lasting testament for the future generations. This initiative aims to ensure that the sacrifices made by the achievements gained during the struggle for national liberation are not forgotten, inspiring future Cambodians continue their path towards progress and unity. At the moment, we're just waiting for the Prime Minister to attend, but we'll cross over to Sriwat, our reporter on site now. Good morning, Sriwat.
Good morning, Anthony.
So today is a very historical moment for the Royal Government of Cambodia and Prime Minister Hun Sen. Can you tell us a little bit more about the situation or the thing for today?
Now I'm at the conference hall of the Ministry of Defense, where all of the senior officers of the Royal Government of Cambodia, especially the military, that they are coming to attend in this conference hall, and many delegates from the foreign state that come to join in this event as well. Still we wait for the Prime Minister, and this event will host at the Ministry of the Defense, and different from last year that the Prime Minister himself go to the H16 zone, where the place of the Prime Minister fleeing to Vietnam to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the remembering day of the Prime Minister go to flee to Vietnam, so shaking the hand to overthrow the Pol Pot regime.
Yeah, so today is a very special. Yeah, sorry, you faded out.
Yeah, we can say that if no the 20 June 1977, there are no 2 December 1997, and also no 7 January 79. So this is the very important day one that is created and also bring the life back to the Cambodian people, and also the development we can see nowadays. Speaking about development, the speech of the Ministry of Defense, Tiêu Banh, will be giving the speech after the Prime Minister arrived here at the conference. He will be giving a speech related to the history of war in Cambodia, and the thing that the peace, the win-win policy of the Prime Minister started from 1996 and was successful in 28 December 1998, that dissolved the movement of the Pol Pot regime in the end of 1998, that bring the fully peace of the Cambodia, bring the unity of the state, can make the Cambodia have ability to grow itself in development and prosperity and peace like we can see nowadays.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Started from 20 June 1977 it will be have another day and they bring the peace to the Cambodia like we can see nowadays.
Yeah, so it's been a historical events over the years from 1977 to 23. Like you said, this is the day when Hun Sen then fled the country for his safety, where he left his wife and children just to return back and to then overrun the Pol Pot regime. And in going forward to today, June 2023, how fast and how much Cambodia has grown under his leadership. We've just had the SEA Games and things. So we look at the GDP is also still up there. We look at the growth of businesses. So give him credit that he's done a lot since taking power so many years ago.
Sorry, what was the question again?
It was just saying that there's a special occasion that Prime Minister Hun Sen fled the country in 1977 to this day, and then returned back a couple of years to show how much we have to give him credit because for what he's done for the country in the last 40 odd years, with the GDP up to Western standards. We have also the growth of the infrastructure of new buildings and businesses from all over the world now coming here. And we've just witnessed SEA Games, Para Games. So it just shows you how much he has come and grown with the country in the last 40 odd years.
Yes, the Prime Minister said it is three press. First is the state of the Cambodia during the war. Yeah. Second is the state that the Cambodia during war and then the negotiation. And the third press is the dissolve of the Pol Pot regime, bring the peace to the Cambodia. So from 1979 to 1998. From 1979 to 1993. This is the time that the Cambodia during the war. That this time that the Cambodia, not the government of Cambodia, that time they call it Cambodia state, Khmer state. That the time that they're not fighting against Pol Pot regime, but also fighting with the other three group that was created to some kind like they are have a different ideology, different from the Phnom Penh government, that is from the Phong Sing-pech side, Son San side, and Pol Pot side, that are trying to push the Phnom Penh government out of the office, because they say that Vietnam is in the back side of the Phnom Penh government that overthrow Pol Pot regime, and they are create the troop to fighting again back. They say that the some kind like the Phnom Penh government is backside of the Vietnam, so they need to push the Phnom Penh government out of the office to push Vietnam out of the chair. So during that time, Cambodia get the don't have any aids from the international, especially from the West. We only see the seal from the communist state or socialist state like the Soviet, like the Cuba and other socialist country that come to support to the Cambodia to fighting against Pol Pot regime and other troops that are wanting to overthrow to push back the Vietnam. And during the time that Cambodia was in struggle and also under the leadership of the Prime Minister Hun Sen trying to seek the negotiation with all of these groups, that we can see the meeting between Prime Minister Hun Sen with the Prince Norodom Sihanouk is the first meeting in I think in Paris in France. That
Yep.
is the first time that the two leaders will meet together, and this meeting was bring the negotiation between the two sides,
Yeah.
and also ask from the other side to join with the negotiation as well. That we can see the Paris peace agreement in 1992. 23 October 1992, that was the Paris Agreement was signed by all parties in the
Yep.
Cambodia to stop the war, but not yet the end of the war.
Yes.
Because we can see on the 1992, on 1993 they have the election. They have the from the Phnom Penh government with the government of Prime Minister Hun Sen, the Phong Simpech have joined the election. Son San have joined the election. The other party have joined the election, but Pol Pot was not joined the election. So Pol Pot trying to make the war again, to fighting against the Phnom Penh government. And so that's why this time is a war in negotiation with the Pol Pot, and the Prime Minister is the one that created the win-win policy to negotiate and also to fighting against Pol Pot troop that was during the time Cambodia, even they have the government and also the international will recognize, but the Cambodia still have the war ongoing in the country between the government of the Cambodia with the some kind like the rebel group of the Pol Pot. So the war is still going on from 1993 to 1998. It's the last day of the Pol Pot regime when the last group of the Pol Pot troop was remove their clothes to join with the government of the Cambodia on I think 28 December 1993 is the successful of the win-win policy of the Prime Minister, that we can see the peace and the development that we receive today because of the win-win policy of the Prime Minister.
No, that's correct. There's a lot of history which you've just mentioned. It's happened over the last 40 odd years. And we can see what Prime Minister has done with the win-win policy to today, where we just held the Para Games, and also with the SEA Games last year we had the ASEAN Summit. Everything was so peaceful, everything went so smoothly. So it just it shows you how far the Prime Minister Hun Sen has come over the years to make Cambodia becoming world recognised around the world now. You know, we just went through COVID-19, how he guided the country through that with such a success, one of the best in Asia, with the rate of getting that country back opened. So it just proves what such a great job the Prime Minister has done over the last quite a few years now.
Yeah, but you can see before I talk only two parts: the time that Cambodia during war and the time that Cambodia during war and the negotiation. And after 1998, the peace will bring to the country the unity, or the people in the country bring the development that we can see from the Cambodia can have ability to build itself, to develop itself in I think from the year 2000 until now, and you can see the difference from the year 2000 until now. And I remember that you have been traveled to the Cambodia. Maybe in 1990, during the time that Cambodia was in struggle, you can see the difference between the year and to nowadays. It's very quite different. And before yesterday, the Prime Minister have presided over the new facility of the water treatment in Phnom Penh, saying that even in the year 1995, the Prime Minister still cannot use the tap water. He need to go to the Mekong River to collect water to use in his house every day. So it's very different, very difficult for the people during that time. We can see only in the year 2000, from year by year, and especially in 2022, the people in Phnom Penh, about 90 I don't remember, over 90% of the people in Phnom Penh now just receive the tap water, for the fresh water for their use every day. So if we take a look back to the year 1990 or 1997, 1998, this is a very a hard time for Cambodia, trying to build itself. And during the war and the negotiation, many party, many a group that was wanting to lead the government. So, but the win-win policy of the Prime Minister can bring the unity, bring all of the group that wanted to fighting with each other. So now can receive the peace and joining together to develop the country, and we can see nowadays.
You're right, and like you say, the first time I started coming here, there was nothing here. A lot of the streets of Phnom Penh were dirt roads, weren't even fully made. There was not many places to go, even to eat. Bring it forward now to 25 years since I first started coming here. We have a lot of franchises, there's roads, infrastructure is going in leap and bounds. A lot of major franchises and big businesses from all over the world are now established themselves quite well here in Cambodia. Also with now with big businesses, insurance companies, gasoline companies. The list is growing every day. Where we just had actually the other day with the Czech Republic, with now looking at doing more here with beds. I mean, infrastructure from hospitals now compared to 20 odd years ago, there was no basically infrastructure in medical and hospitality. Now we're just about open up a world-class hospitals. Now roads from travelling from Phnom Penh to Sitnaville. The infrastructure and what's happening in Sitnaville, even going to Siem Reap, we have a world-class aquarium just being built. 2 new airports getting built in Phnom Penh and in Siem Reap. So it's just a testimony of what the Prime Minister has done in the last 25 years of his prime ministership, taking Cambodia from a small country that was not safe to a big country now, where people look forward to coming and see the transformation of for such a great country. We have in Siem Reap, of course, the temples, which is now part of UNESCO World Heritage. So it's grown a lot. And at the end of the day, I can say when I first come here, the streets were not safe to walk down. Now I walk the streets with no problems at all. And it's so safe. It's just like being anywhere else around the world now. I can go to different kinds of restaurant if I want foreign food or local food. It's all there for us to eat, and people coming here now get such a surprise on the infrastructure it's going. We have the stadium, a state-of-art stadium, which we just held the SEA Games with 70,000 people attending with fireworks, and it's such a great things. Now we also have film festivals. SIF now on its 13th year of holding the short film festivals. So a lot of festivals are coming here now because people are starting to realise what such a great country Cambodia has become.
Just if we can take a look back to the history of our Cambodia is 1970 when Lon Nol do the coup, remove the Prince Sihanouk from the office, and that time the war is started in Cambodia. The people trying to flee in the forest to seek to training the military training for fighting back against the Ronald government. They say that the coup is not follow to the law. So the people who was who loyalty to the King Sihanouk, they are trying to go to the forest, fighting back against the Ronald government. But during that time, it's the like the communist movement in the Cambodia as well. When they go to the forest, some they join with the communist movement in Cambodia, and the big military making the communist movement in Cambodia was bigger to fight, and so they have ability to fighting with the Ronald government and overthrow the Ronald government in 17 April 1995, and so that's why it's the darkest. Since that is the darkest time of the Cambodia for 3 years, almost 4 years. That started from 17 April 1975 to the 7th January 1979. This is when the Ronald was overthrown and Pol Pot taking control. Many Cambodia were dead, and also many things was destroyed. Infrastructure, the road, even the economic was destroyed, everything. And to lead the Cambodia from 1979 to nowadays is very difficult. And the difficult one is to seek the peace for the country. That's why the Prime Minister have said that no matter how hard it is, he will be protect the peace that Cambodia receiving today to fulfill the Cambodian people to give the state in the development and prosperity to in the future.
That's correct. Like you say, and also we can look at the education that's here now in Cambodia. We have a lot of international schools opening up here in Cambodia. So, and the Prime Minister encourages everyone to go for their education. I mean, years ago, as you know, during the Pol Pot regime, unfortunately, you couldn't have an education. Otherwise, you were killed if you were smart. Now it's turned around the other way, where the Prime Minister encourages everyone to finish their primary school, high school, then go to university, including the female population as well. As we know, that's going in leaps and bounds. So that's just a positive as well, with international universities and schools opening up here in Cambodia.
Yeah, that's right. Because of the peace and development of the Cambodia received today, many attraction from the foreigner investment to the Cambodia. We can see the international school and other big company from the world have been opened in the Cambodia as well.
That's right, and it's very easy to open up a business here in Cambodia. You know, you don't have as much red tape as you do anywhere else around the world. The Prime Minister has welcomed anyone from any country to come and start a business here, from education to insurance to restaurants. There is no limits of what he's encouraged people to come and do. He's inviting everyone, doesn't matter where you come from around the world, with open arms and say, welcome to Cambodia. And that's something that is also Cambodia is known for. It's such a welcoming country, hence why now, after 20 odd years of visiting, I live here full time. It's a welcoming place. Everyone is very friendly. Everyone goes their way to try to help you. And we have bad problems here, but where don't you have problems around the world? Also, the Prime Minister has encouraged Russia and Ukraine to get together and explain you cannot win your country in a war. Also try and encourage them to sort out their differences. So a lot's happened, and we've seen Cambodia go over the years. You've given us a great insight over the last 30 years what's happened here. So this morning on Tuesday the 20th of June 2023, Prime Minister Hun Sen led a commemorative event at the Ministry of National Defence to celebrate the 46th anniversary of the Day of Remembrance on the road to overthrow the Pol Pot genocide regime, June 20th, 1977. This significant occasion serves a reminder of the struggle for the nation liberation undertaken by the Prime Minister Hun Sen and his comrades. So we've got so much in history over the years. The royal family also, as we know, was under house arrest during the Pol Pot regime. But the people, the love is now that the King and the Queen Mother have a lot more to do with the people out there. And you can see the respect to them as well.
Yes, Anthony. Have you ever seen the documentary of the Prime Minister fleeing to Vietnam?
I haven't had the chance to see this one.
The documentary was released in the year 2022, I think. Yeah. And it's very catchy one. The Prime Minister have said on the documentary that he have two things. One, he to seek the help from the Vietnam, and if Vietnam didn't help or arrest him, he will be suicide himself with the three needle that he have in his hand. Yeah. Because he see that if he don't get help from Vietnam, Cambodia cannot find any lie of the survive, because that time if Pol Pot is like crazy, he crazy, he killing Cambodian people. The Vietnam troop was doing us, so the Pol Pot troop was fighting against each other, and and the Prime Minister wanted to liberate from Cambodia from this devil government. That's why he fled to Vietnam to seeking the help, and successfully he received the support from Vietnam, and also guarantee all the people who want to overthrow, who want to fighting back against Pol Pot, to create one troop that trying to fighting again with the Pol Pot from, I think the war between the Vietnam and Cambodia, it started in in the end of the 1978, and it finished in the 7th January 1979. It's but about 2 or 3 weeks. But before 2 or 3 weeks, they need to train about 1 or 2 years to get the result of 7th January 1979. That the year after that they bring the first they save the people from the Pol Pot regime, and second to dissolve the Pol Pot regime, and the last one is to bring the peace and the development to the country. And I think the Prime Minister of Cambodia already arrived at the Ministry of Defense. And I think the picture will send to the studio, and the studio will be giving you through in our channel. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Sri Wat. As we've got a bit of history and a rundown over quite a few years of Cambodia through the Sri Wat there, a reporter on site. This morning, Tuesday, June 2023, Prime Minister Hun Sen will lead a commemorative event at the Ministry of National Defence to celebrate the 46th anniversary of the Day of Remembrance on the road of overthrow of the Pol Pot genocide regime during 1977. This significant occasion serves as a reminder of the struggle for the nation liberation undertaken by the Prime Minister Hun Sen and his comrades, aimed at liberating Cambodia as its people and the brutal rule of Pol Pot genocide regime. On June 20, 1977, at the age of 25, Comrade Hun Sen, accompanied by 4 loyal fighters, made the courageous decision to leave his homeland under extremely challenging circumstances. Despite leaving behind his wife and children, they risked their lives to cross the border overnight, seeking support from Vietnam to aid in the liberation of Cambodia from the grip of Pol Pot genocide regime. With an unwavering determination, this struggle led to the ultimate liberation of Cambodia and its people from the obsessive rule of Pol Pot on January 7, 1979. It marked the end of the nation's division, ushering a new era of national unity and development as evidence of the progress Cambodia has achieved to this day. In order to honour the invaluable historical legacy of the nation and its people, as well as to showcase the heroism of the Khmer people in their fight for freedom, Prime Minister Hun Sen, along with his surviving comrades, embarked on a journey to visit the significant locations in 2017 during the 40th anniversary of their liberation struggle. Since then, the Ministry of National Defence has been entrusted with organising this event. Furthermore, there are plans underway to construct buildings at this historic site, preserving it as a lasting testament for future generations. This initiative aims to ensure that the sacrifices made by the achievements gained during the struggle for the national liberation are not forgotten, inspiring future Cambodians to continue their path towards progress and unity. So there's a lot's happened since 1977, and now with the Prime Minister, we'll celebrate the 46th anniversary, where he'll get to, of course, celebrate with his comrades, because it's a day of remembrance, the overthrow the Pol Pot genocide regime from 1977, which his historical events happened there in Cambodia, and from the Prime Minister Hun Sen and his comrades, the aim to liberating Cambodia and its people from the brutal rule of the Pol Pot's genocide regime. On June 20, 1977, at the age of 25, Hun Sen, accompanied by 4 of his loyal fighters, made the courageous decision to leave his homeland under extremely challenging circumstances. Despite leaving behind his wife and children, they risked their lives to cross the border overnight, seeking support from Vietnam to aid in the liberation of Cambodia from the grip of Pol Pot's regime. With an unwavering determination, this struggle led to the ultimate liberation of Cambodia and its people from the obsessive rule of Pol Pot on January 7, 1979. It marked the end of the nation's division, ushering a new era of the nation unity and development, as evident in the progress Cambodia has achieved to this day. In order to honour the invaluable historic legacy for the nation and its people, as well as to showcase the heroism of the Khmer people in their fight for freedom, Prime Minister Hun Sen, along his surviving comrades, embarked on a journey to visit the significant locations in 2017 during the 40th anniversary of their liberation struggle. Since then, the Ministry of National Defence has been entrusted with organising this annual event. Furthermore, there are plans underway to construct buildings at this historic site, preserving it as a lasting testament for the future generations. This initiative aims to ensure that the sacrifices made by the achievements gained during the struggle for national liberation are not forgotten, inspiring future Cambodians to continue their path towards the progress and unity. So at the moment, we're just waiting for the Prime Minister to attend, where he'll give his speech to celebrate the 46th anniversary of of the taking over the regime from the Pol Pot genocide, and unfortunately that is a sad story we've had here in Cambodia. But if we look till today, we've seen the progress of what the royal government of Cambodia and Prime Minister Hun Sen has done for Cambodian and the Khmer people. We've seen the big changes of now new businesses opening up. We've seen new, of course, land. A lot of foreigners are making Cambodia as their homeland, and to be able to moving forward, the infrastructure has grown, and where we have a lot of businesses have no problems with coming and opening up here in Cambodia, and of course the Cambodian GDP is also up there. We've just went through COVID-19, where Cambodia was one of the first countries to open up and to do such a successful return back to normal under the leadership of Prime Minister Hun Sen. Last year alone, he was the chairman of the ASEAN Summit, where it was also successful, where they signed over 103 documents, most ever signed. This year we started off with the SEA Games and the Para Games at a national stadium where there was 70,000 people that attended, and it was such a great opening and closing. We've become world standard, and now Cambodia is able to hold any event here, just to let you see that Cambodia is now opening up to the rest of the world and becoming up to a world-class country, and anything can be done here. So we're just at the National Defence Centre waiting for the Prime Minister to arrive at the moment. So it's been a lot that's happened over the years since the Pol Pot regime, and with the Prime Minister taking over. He left to go to Vietnam, leaving his whole family with his other comrades, to then come back and overthrow the Pol Pot regime and to have Cambodia to where it is here. It has a lot of history, where our news reporter Soi Watt did give us a brief rundown on the history of Cambodia. So this morning, Tuesday, June 2023, Prime Minister Hun Sen will lead a commemorative event at the Ministry of National Defence to celebrate the 46th anniversary of the Day of Remembrance of the overthrow of the Pol Pot genocide regime on June 20th, 1977. This significant occasion serves a reminder of the struggle of the national liberation undertaken by Prime Minister Hun Sen and his comrades, aimed at liberating Cambodia and its people for the brutal rule of Pol Pot genocide regime. On June 20th, 1977, at the age of 25, Hun Sen, accompanied by 4 loyal fighters, made their courageous decision to leave his homeland under the extremely current circumstances. So we're just going to cross over and just see what's happening here at the moment. He's arriving, and it looks like with his comrades that he went to Vietnam with in 1977, and looks like just arriving now to give a speech, and of course to now remember of what has happened over the years, and especially that particular time when they fled to Cambodia for the safety to be able to get help from Vietnam. So we'll just cross over and listen to what the speech is all about.
សូមសម្ដេចតេជោព្រមទាំងអង្គប្រធានទាំងមូលគ្រប់អញ្ជើញសម្រួលអិរិយាបថខ្ញុំបាទសូមគោរពនិងសូមការអនុញ្ញាតដំណើរការនៅកម្មវិធីសូមគោរពសម្ដេចអគ្គមហាសេនាបតីតេជោនាយឧត្តមសេនីយ៍ផុតលេខកាយមាស5ហ៊ុនសែននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីនៃព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាជាទីគោរពដ៏ខ្ពង់ខ្ពស់បំផុតសូមគោរពសម្ដេចបច្ច័យសេនាទាបាញ់ឧបនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីក្រសួងការពារជាតិនិងជាប្រធានគណៈកម្មការសាងសង់វិមានឈ្នះឈ្នះជាទីគោរពសូមគោរពឯកឧត្តមលោកជំទាវភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសជាតិអន្តរជាតិលោកស្រីព្រមទាំងអង្គប្រធានទាំងមូលជាទីគោរពជាកិច្ចចាប់ផ្ដើមនៅកម្មវិធីសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញសម្ដេចតេជោនាយឧត្តមសេនីយ៍ផុតលេខកាយមាស5ព្រមទាំងអង្គប្រធានទាំងមូលគោរពអញ្ជើញក្រោកឈរឡើងដើម្បីប្រុងប្រៀបគោរពទង់ជាតិជាបន្តសូមការអនុញ្ញាតដ៏ពងពោះបំផុតគោរពអញ្ជើញសម្ដេចបច្ច័យសេនាទាបាញ់ឧបនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីក្រសួងការពារជាតិនិងជាប្រធានគណៈកម្មការសាងសង់វិមានឈ្នះឈ្នះគោរពអញ្ជើញថ្លែងនូវកិច្ចស្វាគមន៍និងរបាយការណ៍
ខ្ញុំបាទសូមគោរពសម្ដេចអគ្គមហាសេនាបតីតេជោសូមគោរពអង្គពិធីទាំងមូលដើម្បីដំណើរការតទៅបន្តិចទៀតនេះសូមអនុញ្ញាតបញ្ចាំងនៅคลิปវីដេអូខ្លីមួយជូនដល់អង្គពិធីរបស់យើងជ្រាបជាមុនសូមអញ្ជើញទស្សនាបងប្អូនបាទ
នៅល្ងាចថ្ងៃទី27ខែឧសភាពិធីបិទសិក្ខាសាលាបូកសរុបការងារយោធារដូវប្រាំងឆ្នាំ1994 1995និងទិសដៅឆ្នាំ1995បានប្រពធ្វើឡើងក្រោមអធិបតីភាពដ៏ខ្ពង់ខ្ពស់របស់សម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីទី2នៃព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជានិងជាសហអគ្គមេបញ្ជាការនៃកងយុទ្ធពលខេមរៈភូមិន្ទឯកឧត្តមឧត្តមសេនីយ៍ឯកជាបាញ់ឯកឧត្តមឧត្តមសេនីយ៍ឯកជាចម្រាត់សហរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីក្រសួងការពារជាតិឯកឧត្តមឧត្តមសេនីយ៍ឯកកែកំយ៉ាននាយអគ្គសេនាធិការនៃកងយុទ្ធពលខេមរៈភូមិន្ទថ្លែងសន្ទរកថាបិទសិក្ខាសាលាសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីទី2នៃព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជានិងជាសហអគ្គមេបញ្ជាការនៃកងយុទ្ធពលខេមរៈភូមិន្ទបានសម្ដែងនៅការអបអរសាទរស្ងើចសរសើរដោយស្មោះចំពោះលទ្ធផលដ៏ត្រចះត្រចង់ដែលអង្គសិក្ខាសាលាសម្ដេចបានសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនបានវិតម្លៃខ្ពស់ចំពោះស្នាដៃដែលកងកម្លាំងប្រដាប់អាវុធយើងពិសេសកងយុទ្ធពលខេមរៈភូមិន្ទសម្ដេចបានក្នុងរដូវប្រាំងកន្លងមកនេះដោយក្នុងពេលដែលកងយុទ្ធពលខេមរៈភូមិន្ទត្រូវដំណើរការកែតម្រង់ក្នុងលក្ខណៈខ្វះខាតលំបាកសពបែបយ៉ាងប៉ុន្តែការវាយបំបែកសម្បុកពួកឧទាមបានទទួលនូវជោគជ័យយ៉ាងធំធេងដោយដណ្ដើមបានទីតាំងពួកវាជាបន្តបន្ទាប់ទន្ទឹមនឹងការសម្រេចចិត្តដ៏មោះមុតរបស់រាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលក្នុងការពុះពៀប្រាអស់លទ្ធភាពក្នុងការដោះស្រាយឧបត្ថម្ភឲ្យកងកម្លាំងយើងទាំងខាងថវិកាសម្ភារៈនិងជីវភាពរស់នៅសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនបានសំណូមពរដល់មេបញ្ជាការគ្រប់លំដាប់ថ្នាក់នាយទាហានពលទាហានទាំងអស់នៃកងយុទ្ធពលខេមរៈភូមិន្ទត្រូវបន្តពង្រីកស្នាដៃដែលមានកន្លងមកព្រមទាំងបដិញ្ញាពុះពៀជំនះរាល់ចំណុចខ្វះខាតរបស់កងឯកភាពខ្លួនពិសេសអំពីបញ្ហាគ្រប់គ្រងកម្លាំងរក្សាចំនួនទ័ពរក្សាវិន័យកងទ័ពការគ្រប់គ្រងថវិកាការគ្រប់គ្រងថែរក្សាសម្ភារៈផ្សេងៗឡើងសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនក៏បានធ្វើការផ្ដាំផ្ញើដល់កងកម្លាំងប្រដាប់អាវុធគ្រប់ប្រភេទទាំងអស់ ត្រូវបន្តការលើកកម្ពស់ស្មារតីប្រុងប្រយ័ត្ននិងពុះពៀរាល់ការលំបាកដើម្បីការពារសន្តិសុខជូនប្រជារាស្ត្របង្កលក្ខណៈសន្តិសុខដល់ការស្ដារនិងអភិវឌ្ឍប្រទេសជាតិនិងការវិនិយោគទុនពិសេសត្រូវបន្តអនុវត្តឲ្យបានជោគជ័យដំណើរការកែតម្រង់លើគ្រប់វិស័យសម្ដៅធានាបរិមាណគុណភាពកងទ័ពយើងឲ្យបានសមស្របគួបផ្សំនឹងការយកចិត្តទុកដាក់វឹកវើទាំងសមត្ថភាពយុទ្ធវិធីបច្ចេកទេសយោធានិងការអប់រំចិត្តសាស្ត្រសម្ដៅឲ្យកងទ័ពយើងពង្រីកបាននៅឧត្តមគតិស្នេហាជាតិដ៏ថ្លៃថ្នូរស្មោះត្រង់ជានិច្ចចំពោះប្រជារាស្ត្រស្មោះត្រង់ជានិច្ចចំពោះរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលបដិញ្ញាពុះពៀឧបសគ្គនិងធ្វើពលិកម្មគ្រប់បែបយ៉ាងដើម្បីជាតិសាសនាព្រះមហាក្សត្រក្រោយពីទទួលបានបទបញ្ជាពីសហអគ្គនាយបញ្ជាការនៃកងកម្លាំងប្រដាប់អាវុធជាតិកម្ពុជានៅតាមបណ្ដាទិសសំខាន់ដូចជានៅទិសយុទ្ធភូមិភាគ5ខេត្តបាត់ដំបងនិងទិសយុទ្ធភូមិភាគទី4នៅជាំខ្សានខេត្តព្រះវិហារបានប្រមូលផ្ដុំប្រជុំដាក់ផែនការជាបន្ទាន់ដោយគោលភារកិច្ចឲ្យមុខព្រួញនីមួយៗអនុវត្តតាមទិសដៅដែលបានកំណត់រៀងៗខ្លួនធ្វើទាំងនេះមានន័យថារាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលសហអគ្គនាយបញ្ជាការនៃកងកម្លាំងប្រដាប់អាវុធជាតិកម្ពុជាជាអ្នកលមោបសង្គ្រាមឬចង់បន្តការបង្ហូរឈាមជាតិសាសន៍ឯងដោយពាក្យឃោសនារបស់ពពួកជននិយមជ្រុលមួយចំនួនតូចចោទមកលើរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលនោះទេពពួកជនទាំងនោះហេតុតែចង់បានអំណាចគេពុំគិតដល់គ្រោះថ្នាក់មហន្តរាយរបស់ប្រទេសជាតិនិងប្រជាពលរដ្ឋខ្លួនសោះឡើយពួកគេនៅតែគ្រប់គ្រងនិងរួមគំនិតជាមួយគ្នាដើម្បីផ្ដួលរំលំរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលដែលប្រសូតចេញពីឆន្ទៈរបស់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋដែលកំពុងតែការពារប្រជារាស្ត្រនិងខិតខំធ្វើអ្វីៗគ្រប់បែបយ៉ាងដើម្បីឧត្តមប្រយោជន៍របស់ប្រទេសជាតិតាមបទបញ្ជាដែលបានប្រគល់ឲ្យគ្រប់កងឯកភាពទាំងអស់ទាំងកងទ័ពថ្មើរជើងទាំងទ័ពជំនាញទាំងអង្គភាពបម្រើឲ្យការប្រយុទ្ធបានចល័តកម្លាំងឆ្ពោះទៅទិសដៅដែលបានកំណត់ក្នុងទឹកចិត្តអង្គអាចក្លាហានបានន័យថាទោះបីត្រូវប្រឈមមុខនឹងការលំបាកយ៉ាងណាក៏ដោយក៏កងយោធពលខេមរភូមិន្ទសហការជាមួយកងនគរបាលជាតិក្រោមការដឹកនាំរបស់រាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលទប់ស្កាត់យ៉ាងមានប្រសិទ្ធភាពនៅមហិច្ឆតានិងកលល្បិចធ្វើសកម្មភាពការពារបាននៅសុខសន្តិភាពរក្សាបានសន្តិភាពសង្គមការពារអាយុជីវិតនិងភាពរស់នៅដ៏សុខសាន្តរបស់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋជាមួយគ្នានេះដែរក្រោយពីទទួលបាននៅបទបញ្ជារួចហើយកងទ័ពអាកាសចរខេមរភូមិន្ទបានប្រព្រៀបរៀបចំនៅឧត្តមភាគចក្រអាវុធយុទ្ធភ័ណ្ឌគ្រប់ប្រភេទរបស់ខ្លួនដើម្បីបម្រើឲ្យការប្រយុទ្ធទទួលបានជោគជ័យភ្នំសណ្ដែកជាតំបន់មួយមានលក្ខណៈភូមិសាស្ត្រស្មុគស្មាញបំផុតជាតំបន់ព្រៃភ្នំជ្រោះជ្រលងដងអូដែលបង្កលក្ខណៈងាយស្រួលដើម្បីធ្វើជាមូលដ្ឋានបង្អែកដ៏រឹងមាំក្នុងការធ្វើសកម្មភាពវាយទប់ទល់ជាមួយកងយោធពលខេមរភូមិន្ទចោះអីដេញលោកសេរីឲ្យចោះហ៎ហើយអាស្អីឯងមួយបង្គំវាបុកត្រង់ទៅកុំឲ្យដាក់ទៅនេះឯងមួយហ្នឹងវាមិនគិតអត់ជាប់រហូតទេទៅណាជាប់ទៅជាអើ
ថ្ងៃទី8 ខែកុម្ភៈឆ្នាំ1996កម្លាំងរបស់យើងគ្រប់មុខព្រួយបានឈានចូលដណ្ដើមកាន់កាប់ទាំងស្រុងលើសមរភូមិភ្នំសំដែកភ្នំវែងជាតំបន់មួយដែលមានលក្ខណៈភូមិសាស្ត្រស្មុគស្មាញជាងភ្នំសំដែកសកម្មភាពដែលបានបង្កឡើងភាគច្រើនពួកវាលោភលួចធ្វើការវាយឆ្មក់ទីតាំងយើងជាមួយនេះពួកវាបានដាក់មីនបំផ្លាញផ្លូវគមនាគមន៍ស្ពានលូកាប់ដើមឈើរាំងផ្លូវជាដើមដែលបង្កភាពស្មុគស្មាញដល់យុទ្ធនាការរបស់យើងការជួសជុលនិងការកសាងផ្លូវយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រយោធាគឺជាគោលដៅដ៏ចម្បងដែលកងឯកភាពវិស្វកម្មនៃកងយោធពលខេមរភូមិន្ទត្រូវអនុវត្តជាបន្ទាន់ទោះបីកងឯកភាពវិស្វកម្មមានការខ្វះខាតលំបាកសពបែបយ៉ាងក៏ពិតមែនតែអាស្រ័យដោយមានការដឹកនាំយ៉ាងត្រឹមត្រូវរបស់រាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលបានបំពេញនៅតួនាទីនិងភារកិច្ចរបស់ខ្លួនបម្រើឲ្យការងារប្រយុទ្ធដោយសម្រេចបាននៅស្នាដៃជាបន្តបន្ទាប់ព្រមពេលជាមួយនឹងកងឯកភាពវិស្វកម្មកំពុងដំណើរការដោះមីនជួសជុលស្ពានផ្លូវថ្នល់ហើយមានជួបការលំបាកក្នុងការដឹកជញ្ជូនស្បៀងអាហារគ្រប់រំសេវបំរើឲ្យការប្រយុទ្ធទទួលបានជោគជ័យនោះមុខព្រួញនីមួយៗបានបែងចែកកម្លាំងរបស់ខ្លួនក្នុងការរែកគុណនៅស្បៀងអាហារជញ្ជូនគ្រប់រំសេវដោយថ្មើរជើងគ្រប់មុខព្រួញសុទ្ធតែបានបដិញ្ញាថានឹងដណ្ដើមឲ្យបាននៅសមរភូមិភ្នំវែងតាមពេលកំណត់គឺជាខ្សែត្រៀមទី1នៅលើសមរភូមិភ្នំវែងពួកក្នុងកងពលលេខ415ពួកវាត្រូវបង្ខំចិត្តបោះបង់ចោលទីជំរកនិងក្របរំសេវមួយចំនួនទៅប្រមូលផ្ដុំកម្លាំងនៅខ្សែត្រៀមទី2និងទី3របស់ពួកវាទៀតនៅថ្ងៃទី1ខែមីនាឆ្នាំ1996យើងបានធ្វើម្ចាស់លើសមរភូមិភ្នំវែងទាំងស្រុងបន្ទាប់ពីកងកម្លាំងប្រដាប់អាវុធយើងវាយដណ្ដើមបានសមរភូមិជាបន្តបន្ទាប់ យើងក៏បានប្រុងប្រៀបរៀបចំនៅកម្លាំងទ័ពដើម្បីបន្តយុទ្ធនាការដណ្ដើមយកតំបន់ប៉ាងរលឹមទៀតកងដឹកជញ្ជូនក្របរំសេងទោះបីត្រូវលីសែងឡើងភ្នំហត់នឿយយ៉ាងណាក៏ដោយក៏បងប្អូនស៊ូទ្រាំពុះពៀគ្រប់ការលំបាកដើម្បីសម្រេចនៅភារកិច្ចរបស់ខ្លួនក្រោយពីបានបដិញ្ញាចិត្តរួចហើយគ្រប់មុខព្រួយទាំងអស់បានពង្រីកកម្លាំងត្រៀមទោសអាវុធដណ្ដើមយកជ័យជំនះឲ្យបានដាច់ខាតអូយใจងឹតក៏រុលដំណើរទៅមុខយ៉ាងអង់អាចក្លាហានដោយដណ្ដើមបានតំបន់ប៉ាងរលឹមនាថ្ងៃទី5ខែមីនាឆ្នាំ1996ភ្នំកូនដំរីជាតំបន់មួយស្មុគស្មាញបំផុតក្រោយពីបានទទួលបទបញ្ជាពីអគ្គសេនាធិការនៃកងយុទ្ធពលខេមរភូមិន្ទកងកម្លាំងយើងបានចេញប្រតិបត្តិការសឹកយ៉ាងអង់អាចក្លាហានយើងដណ្ដើមបានទាំងស្រុងសមរភូមិភ្នំកូនដំរីនាថ្ងៃទី24ខែមីនាឆ្នាំ1996នៅមានសមរភូមិជាច្រើនទៀតក្នុងយុទ្ធនាការរដូវប្រាំងឆ្នាំ1995-1996នេះដូចជាសមរភូមិតំងាប់ក្នុងខេត្តបន្ទាយមានជ័យសមរភូមិតំបន់អានសេះក្នុងខេត្តព្រះវិហារនិងសមរភូមិភ្នំអូរ៉ាល់ក្នុងខេត្តក្រុងស្ទឹងជាដើមលក្ខណៈភូមិសាស្ត្រតំបន់អានសេះគឺជាតំបន់មួយមានការប្រគំប្រទាយគ្នាជាច្រើនដងព្រោះតែតំបន់នេះស្ថិតនៅតាមជ្រលងភ្នំព្រំដែនកម្ពុជាថៃឯខ្មាំងស្ថិតនៅលើភ្នំដូចនេះហើយនីតិហ៊ានពលទាហានយើងដាច់ខាតបានបដិញ្ញាពុះពៀតោងវល់ឡើងភ្នំរហូតដល់បានជ័យជំនះជាស្ថាពរអូអងទៅមួយมาทางกระไดไปกระได
បាននេះទៅទៅครับครับ
ដោយសង្កេតឃើញនៅមហិច្ឆតាលំមុខសង្គ្រាមនិងសម្ដៅទៅលើការការពារបងប្អូនប្រជាពលរដ្ឋដែលរស់នៅតំបន់ចុងកាត់មាត់ញោកនិងផ្អែកតាមបទបញ្ជារបស់អគ្គសេនាធិការយើងបានបើកយុទ្ធនាការរដូវប្រាំងដើម្បីបោះសម្អាតនៅទឹកជ្រាវអូរ៉ាល់ ទី7 ខែមីនា 1996 សម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីទី2នៃរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលកម្ពុជា បានអញ្ជើញទៅសួរសុខទុក្ខនាយទាហានពលទាហាននាយនគរបាលពលនគរបាលដែលកំពុងបំពេញភារកិច្ចនៅយុទ្ធភូមិភាគទី5ខេត្តបាត់ដំបង ក្នុងឱកាសនោះសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនបានស្ដាប់នៅរបាយការណ៍របស់ឯកឧត្តមសេនីយ៍ឯកកែកំយ៉ានស្ដីពីស្នាដៃនិងលទ្ធផលមួយចំនួននៃកិច្ចសហប្រតិបត្តិការទឹកទីយប់នៃប្រទេសក្នុងខេត្តបាត់ដំបងយុទ្ធភូមិភាគទី5 បន្ទាប់ពីជូនថវិកាដល់មេបញ្ជាការតាមកងឯកភាពរួចមកសម្ដេចហ៊ុនសែនបានចែកអំណោយដែលជារបស់សប្បុរសជនមានគ្រឿងឧបភោគបរិភោគទៅចែកជូនជានិមិត្តរូបដល់ថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំគ្រប់ជាន់ថ្នាក់ដែលកំពុងដឹកនាំបញ្ជាប្រយុទ្ធនៅក្នុងកិច្ចសហប្រតិបត្តិការសឹកនេះ
បាទខ្ញុំបាទសូមអរគុណអង្គពិធីទាំងមូលនេះគឺខណ្ឌតាជាចំណុចតិចតួចទឹកក្នុងទេដែលប្រមូលផ្ដុំនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ1996មុនអនុវត្តនៅនយោបាយជាតិនេះវាមានហេតុការណ៍ច្រើនតែចុចយកតែចំណុចមួយចំនួនទូចយកមកបញ្ជាក់អំពីដំណើរដែលមានរឿងរ៉ាវដែលកើតឡើងក្នុងរយៈពេលកន្លងមកបាទជាការចាប់ផ្ដើមខ្ញុំបាទសូមអរគុណសន្តិភាពអរគុណនយោបាយជាតិនេះដឹងគុណស្ថាបនិកមេគតិឯកនិងប្រតិបត្តិការនយោបាយជាតិនេះដែលនាំមកដល់សន្តិភាពនិងការឯកភាពជាតិពេញលេញសូមគោរពសម្ដេចអគ្គមហាសេនាបតីតេជោហ៊ុនសែននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីនៃព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាជាទីគោរពដ៏ខ្ពង់ខ្ពស់សម្ដេចឯកឧត្តមលោកជំទាវនាងអង្គញាលោកអង្គញាភៀវកិត្តិយសជាតិអន្តរជាតិអស់លោកស្រីនាយទាហានរងនិងពលទាហាននិងអង្គពិធីទាំងមូលជាទីគោរពនិងជាទីមេត្រីនៅក្នុងឱកាសដ៏មហានិខត្តរឹកអធិកធម៌និងសោមនស្សរីករាយការជួបជុំនៅថ្ងៃនេះក្នុងនាមគណៈកម្មការសម្រាប់សិក្សានិងសាងសង់វិមានអនុស្សាវរីយ៍នយោបាយជាតិនេះនឹងការបញ្ចប់សង្គ្រាមស៊ីវិលនៅកម្ពុជាក្នុងនាមខ្លួនខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់មានមហាកិត្តិយសដែលបានទទួលស្វាគមន៍និងធ្វើគារវកិច្ចយ៉ាងកក់ក្ដៅចំពោះសម្ដេចអគ្គមហាសេនាបតីតេជោហ៊ុនសែននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីនៃព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាដែលបានឆ្លៀតឱកាសដ៏មមាញឹកមានតម្លៃអញ្ជើញជាអធិបតីដ៏ខ្ពង់ខ្ពស់ក្នុងពិធីខួបអនុស្សាវរីយ៍លើកទី46ទិវានៃការចងចាំដំណើរឆ្ពោះទៅការផ្ដួលរំរបបបល្ល័ង្កពូជសាសន៍ប៉ុលពត20មិថុនា1977 20មិថុនា2023នាពេលនេះវត្តមានដ៏ឧត្តមរបស់សម្ដេចតេជោនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីនាឱកាសនេះគឺជាកត្តាជំរុញលើកទឹកចិត្តដ៏ធំធេងនិងផ្ដល់ភាពកក់ក្ដៅថែមទៀតដល់យើងខ្ញុំទាំងអស់គ្នាក្នុងការចូលរួមជាមួយរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលថែរក្សាសុខសន្តិភាពសណ្ដាប់ធ្នាប់សង្គមនិងការអភិវឌ្ឍប្រទេសជាតិលើគ្រប់វិស័យស្របតាមមគ្គុទ្ទេសក៍ដឹកនាំប្រកបដោយគតិបណ្ឌិតចក្ខុវិស័យវែងឆ្ងាយ ប្រកបនិយមរបស់សម្ដេចតេជោនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីដែលជាទីគោរពស្រឡាញ់បានធ្វើឲ្យប្រជាជនយើងបន្តគាំទ្រយ៉ាងពេញទំហឹងជាមួយគ្នានេះខ្ញុំបាទសូមស្វាគមន៍យ៉ាងកក់ក្ដៅផងដែរចំពោះវត្តមានសម្ដេចឯកឧត្តមលោកជំទាវលោកអុកញ៉ាលោករកស្រីហៀវកិត្តិយសជាតិអន្តរជាតិទាំងអស់ដែលបានចំណាយពេលវេលាដ៏មានតម្លៃអញ្ជើញចូលរួមក្នុងពិធីនាពេលនេះញ៉ាំងឲ្យពិធីទាំងមូលប្រព្រឹត្តទៅអធិកអធមមានអត្ថន័យធំធេងយ៉ាងក្រៃលែងមុននឹងចូលខ្លឹមសារសូមអនុញ្ញាតឲ្យខ្ញុំរំលឹកនៅព្រឹត្តិការណ៍ប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រដែលបានបំពេញប្រកបដោយជោគជ័យសម្រាប់ប្រែក្លាយជាមរតកជូនមនុស្សជាតិនិងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាមានជាអាចក្នុងស្ថានភាពនៃការឆ្លងរាតត្បាតនៃជំងឺ Covid-19 រាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលបានដឹកនាំប្រជាជនប្រយុទ្ធនឹងជំងឺដ៏កាចសាហាវប្រកបដោយជោគជ័យបានការពារអាយុជីវិតប្រជាជនមិនឲ្យធ្លាក់ក្នុងជ្រោះមរណៈរក្សាបានលំនឹងសេដ្ឋកិច្ចនិងលំនឹងជីវភាពរបស់ប្រជាជនក្រីក្រនិងងាយរងគ្រោះដែលបានបង្កភាពអនុគ្រោះដល់ការរស់នៅតាមគន្លងប្រក្រតីភាពថ្មីនិងការងើបឡើងវិញនៃសេដ្ឋកិច្ចជាតិនៅក្នុងអំឡុងនឹងក្រោយវិបត្តិ COVID-19 នៅឆ្នាំ2022កន្លងមកនេះរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលបានរៀបចំធ្វើម្ចាស់ផ្ទះប្រជុំកំពូលនិងកិច្ចប្រជុំកំពូលពាក់ព័ន្ធនៅរាជធានីភ្នំពេញទទួលបានជោគជ័យបានស្មើមុខស្មើមាត់និងកោតសរសើរពីបណ្ដាប្រទេសក្នុងតំបន់និងសកលលោកក្នុងនាមម្ចាស់ផ្ទះកម្ពុជាបានរៀបចំព្រឹត្តិការណ៍កីឡាអាស៊ីអាគ្នេយ៍លើកទី32និងផារ៉ាហ្គេមលើកទី12ដែលទើបនឹងបញ្ចប់នាពេលថ្មីៗនេះគឺជាការរៀបចំលើកដំបូងនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាបន្តពីខកខានអស់រយៈពេល64ឆ្នាំព្រឹត្តិការណ៍នេះបានដំណើរការប្រកបដោយជោគជ័យនិងមោទនភាពជាតិដ៏ធំអស្ចារ្យលើឆាកអន្តរជាតិសម្បត្តិផលនេះបានកើតឡើងតាមរយៈនយោបាយឈាននេះប្រទេសជាតិមានសុខសន្តិភាពមានការឯកភាពជាតិពេញលេញមានការអភិវឌ្ឍរីកចម្រើនលើគ្រប់វិស័យសម្ដេចតេជោនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីជាទីគោរពសម្ដេចឯកឧត្តមលោកជំទាវអស់លោករកស្រីសមាជិកានៃអង្គពិធីជាទីមេត្រីបន្តពីការដួលរំលំរបបបល្ល័ង្កពុជសាសន៍ឆ្នាំ1979ប្រជាជនកម្ពុជានៅតែបន្តរងនៅសង្គ្រាមអស្ថិរភាពនិងការអត់ឃ្លានដែលត្រូវបានបន្សល់ទុកសូម្បីតែអន្តរាគមន៍របស់សមាគមអន្តរជាតិនិងអង្គការសហប្រជាជាតិក៏មិនបានកម្ចាត់ខ្មែរក្រហមបានដែរការកម្ចាត់ខ្មែរក្រហមទាមទារនូវការងារឥតឈប់ឈរនិងការលះបង់របស់វីរៈជនខ្មែរដែលធ្វើការដើម្បីសង្គ្រោះជាតិជនដែលជាស្ថាបនិកស្ថាបត្យករនិងជាអ្នកដឹកនាំតស៊ូដ៏យូរនេះមានដោយមិនចាំបាច់សួរថាជានរណានោះទេគឺអ្នកដែលកំពុងនៅចំពោះមុខយើងទាំងអស់គ្នានេះហើយគឺសម្ដេចតេជោហ៊ុនសែននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីនៃប្រជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាយើងនេះឯងសូមអង្គពិធីយើងអបអរសាទរបាទរឿងរ៉ាវប្រវត្តិការដឹកនាំទាំងការលះបង់របស់សម្ដេចតេជោហ៊ុនសែនក្នុងការកំទេចខ្មែរក្រហមមិនត្រឹមតែជាប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រប៉ុនខ្លួនទេគឺជាប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រជាតិដែលមិនត្រូវអាចបំភ្លេចឡើយក្នុងគណៈនោះអង្គពិធីពិតជាបានក្រំត្រយ៉ាងងួតងុតចំពោះខ្សែភាពយន្តប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រក្រមចំណងជើងថាកូនប្រុសកមពលឺព្រះច័ន្ទពេញបរមីដែលនឹងក្លាយជាសាក្សីប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រមួយដ៏សំខាន់ដល់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជានាសម័យថ្មីនេះថ្ងៃ20មិថុនា1977គឺជាថ្ងៃដំបូងដែលសម្ដេចតេជោហ៊ុនសែនចាប់ផ្ដើមធ្វើដំណើរទៅប្រទេសវៀតណាមដំណើរការឈានទៅការផ្ដួលរំលំរបបបល្ល័ង្កពុជសាសន៍ប៉ុលពតរួមជាមួយនឹងកងកម្លាំងស្ម័គ្រចិត្តវៀតណាមដើម្បីសង្គ្រោះប្រជាជនកម្ពុជាចេញពីវិនាសកម្មនិងមហន្តរាយនៃរបបខ្មែរក្រហមតែក៏មិនទាន់ដឹងថាសម្ដេចតេជោ ចាប់ផ្ដើមរិះរកមធ្យោបាយដើម្បីផ្ដួលរំលំរបបខ្មែរបល័យពុជសាសន៍នេះតាំងពីពេលណានេះជាការជាសំណួរដែលត្រូវចង់ដឹងពីសម្ដេចតេជោដោយផ្ទាល់ប្រវត្តិដំណើរជីវិតរបស់សម្ដេចតេជោហ៊ុនសែននឹងការបង្កើតកងកម្លាំងប្រដាប់អាវុធសាមគ្គីសង្គ្រោះជាតិកម្ពុជាព្រមទាំងការបង្កើតរណសិរ្សសាមគ្គីសង្គ្រោះជាតិកម្ពុជាមិនត្រឹមតែជាការចាប់ផ្ដើមនៃប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រសង្គ្រោះប្រទេសចេញពីរបបបល័យពុជសាសន៍ប៉ុណ្ណោះទេវាគឺជា